So feel like you're gonna really feel like you tilt your hips into your side, right? Like I feel like there's a hip bone coming out of my side here. Like that's the tilt. Like a hip check, a high hip check. There you go. One more time, right shoulder as high as you can get it. Okay, now keep the shoulder high as you swing through. You'll feel like you reach down for the ground. Good. I bet that feels like cuts right away.
Oh yeah.
I expect a little bit of miss that are thin, so I'm not saying anything at the moment.
Okay.
That's more vivid. So the other thing is that at the top of your swing, your arms and club are there for too long.
Okay.
It's like up and there's a pause. Everything starts together.
Okay.
And I want it to feel as though that you change direction before your arms get to the top, so it feels like it's a yo-yo with your hands. Up and down, like Bryce. Up and down. Quick.
Okay.
You talked to Brad recently?
I talked to him just by email a couple weeks ago. You?
Yeah, I try and reach out every week.
Yeah.
Fucking happiest guy I know. So
I know.
I try and just let him talk to me and it sinks in.
For sure.
There, that was better. One more time. The tempo was really good. Ian get you these?
Yeah.
Sexy. X7. Jesus. Yeah, I love these. They have so many more grooves than the other ones. It's so nice. I wish I knew someone at Ben Nardi to get some wedges.
I could definitely help you with that.
Best.
I could definitely help you with that.
Like I drove back from Victoria, so we drove back through the States, and as I'm driving like through Chicago to get to Ohio, I see Bettinardi on the side of the road, and I literally yelled, fuck, because I've been dying to go in there. I can't believe I missed it. I'm driving by it, and I
That's
can't stop.
awesome. What wedges do you play?
I've got Callaway Jaws from Japan, so the Japanese version, and
Sweet.
they're great. But like, I buy 3 sets of wedges every year, and I've been eyeing those since day one.
Is it because you go through them quickly, or?
No,
Oh.
I collect them.
Okay. What's the difference with the Japan ones? Just like a better steel, or like a
Heavier, more grooves, sharper grooves, different shapes. They're the ones that Anthony Taranto usually stamps on tour. They get the Japanese version of the Jaws.
Nice.
Keep the shoulder going high. We're really stretching up there. It might feel like you're getting your right shoulder blade to your spine. Pulling that back to your spine. with shoulder retraction. And you have good rib cage turn. You just need to get that shoulder to pull itself back away from the chest, like stretch this pec out. And that's going to get it back there far. That overdrop?
Yeah, but it felt okay.
If the golf club stops at the top,
Yep.
I'm expecting an overdraw.
Okay.
So I want that to feel like the gymnast with the ribbon. If she stops the handle, the ribbon falls to the ground.
Right.
I want to feel as though that we keep that handle moving.
Got it.
I think that's honestly, that's the biggest piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
And if I can get the handle higher through the shoulder move, even better.
Okay, got it. And so, and Nick, that's mostly starts by getting this moving before I finish the backswing.
Yeah, it'll feel as though that you've got your whole pivot done, right, all the way back, and then as the arms keep going up, that's when you start going forward. So
Right.
what takes the arms out of the top is the fact that this is already going forward.
Moving.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, you were saying right now, all starts at the same. Like this finishes.
It looks like someone pushed pause on the world for a
Right.
sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So the opposite of stop at the top is your key.
Got it. Okay.
Might feel quick today.
Okay. Yeah, it'll obviously feel totally different than
Mm-hmm.
if I had more of a pause at the top before.
And so shots that we're going to see for the next little bit, maybe a little thin,
Okay.
and maybe the odd push fade.
Okay.
Like your path's going inside out all day. I'm not changing that. So because we're tweaking a little bit, you might have the face open to the path a touch, which is going to make that shot happen. But we'll blend in some other stuff and get back to your normal, pretty straight little draw ball flight.
Okay.
So right shoulder high as you can get it. Keep it high as you change directions harder. Changing directions harder might even get, like, theoretically, it should get the club down to the ground better.
Okay.
So maybe just growing pains right now. Okay, so I like the ideas that we're going with. I'm seeing the shoulder get higher. It's not stopping at the top as much, which is good. So set up to a ball. So I want you to feel in the transition. You're doing everything you can to get your right knee and your right hip to this stick. Okay, so crank it up to the top. Okay, and what I mean by changing transition is trying to get this and your knee all the way to this stick. Leave the club behind it and pull up the stick. Up high, up high. Yeah, so from here, I'm going to get tall up this stick. Get everything forward and far from the ground. There, again. Yeah, so from here, changing directions, but making sure that the body, the right side of your body gets through. It's almost going to feel like your right hip and your right shoulder are closer to the target than the left. Yeah, and like smooth it so that leads the race and it's not the arms passing your right side. As soon as your arms pass your right leg and your right hip, then that means that this is frozen solid and this is going through. So yeah, we're going to change directions, but then you've got to really make sure that you get all the way around. Lean, yeah, and your right arm will be as far from the sky as you can get it. Or far from the ground as you can get it, sorry. Good. So right shoulder high, right side through. Good. There. Really good. It's not going to draw as much as if it starts to the right.
Right.
It's the ones that start straight and draw, they move away from the target. Try and leave some grass between your lines. Leave like a green strip
Separate?
between your lines, yeah.
The super hates that probably, yeah?
Yeah. Every time I take pictures,
Really?
they always comment. Yep. Okay, so show me this with a punch shot action. Okay, full backswing punch shot.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, just trying to shorten the follow through.
Okay.
If you power your arms past your body, give the follow through extra length. And I want you to try to feel like you can finish all your shots with your hands under your shoulders and under your neck. There's not a great ball striker on tour that doesn't finish that way, right? Low and around, not up anymore.
Yeah, I see what you mean, because I definitely have a hard time doing that. Like keeping the hands lower, I mean.
Yeah. So if we think about what makes this yellow thing whip, it's not just me like getting my hands at it.
Right.
It's stopping my arms from going to the target. So my arm speed is here, right? And as soon as I stop my arms, it's the stopping of the arms that make that club make the sound. But if we're going, right, we get all that whoosh up here. That's going to pull. That's going to close your club face. It's going to make you hit it fat and thin because the arm speed is really only here, up and down, straight line. It doesn't curve down this way, and it doesn't go forward and curve its way up, right? You kind of think of, this is the expressway. If you're going to get off an off-ramp, you slow down, don't speed up to it. So we want to feel like it's going fast here, and then no more speed across your feet from here. So up, down, and turn and tall, that's what brings the arms on that side. But if you're using your arms to power past or through impact in the name of acceleration, that's why the club's not releasing, and that's why the club's not getting to the ground. So you can see even when I hit a full shot, the arms don't go that far. Right. So by stopping it down there, I get my club speed at the right time. Right. And if I just turn my body more, now it looks like it's a full swing. But I didn't take this and drive it up to there. So the speed path of your arms, I think, is going to be shorter than you think, and it definitely has to you have to decelerate your arms into the ball, which goes against a lot of stuff we've heard and what we think around the campfire. But the way that the club head catches up to the handle isn't by wrist; it's by stopping my hands, by stopping the grip. Club keeps going, like sitting on the hood of your car. I feel the 100 as you're going down the highway. You hit the brakes, I take off. Hit the brakes, that takes off. It makes it longer, squares the face up. So the release happens because we stop doing something, not because we're doing something to release it. Hit the brakes, club goes. So one of the reasons why I wanted to start with trying to get this a little bit higher up and get your speed in here is that if your speed happens in transition, then you've got nothing left to go through. And that's our idea. But if it goes back a little short and you stop, now you have to accelerate all the way through here. And that's why when you come through the shot, sometimes you go this way and you stand up, committing your posture. Not like Jack Nicklaus did the same thing too, so it's not like that's the problem, right? But feeling as though that this can go back farther, going to allow the hands to go back a little bit farther, meaning now I can speed it up on a different
think it's more of a, that I need to get a fuller turn, or more that I need to get it up higher? Do they have
Fuller
to be
turn.
the same? Okay.
Fuller turn is going to allow the hands to go back far without you having to think your hands are going back too far or farther. That's your best swing of the day. So if I had this type of an idea, where I had to take this thing and whip it into the ball to make it move, my hand would never go past the ball, right? I have to pull the opposite direction to make it snap down there. Same deal with the swing. The more you can feel like it stops down there, that's going to free up your energy to allow you to turn better, but now the club's going to release. And all I mean about release, is like it's just this part catching up to that part, like where it starts at even, right? If I can get the grip to stop, the club head keeps going. I mean, that's a bunker shot, right? A bunker shot is trying to do that all day. Getting the grip to stop so the club head keeps going. So, in the name of, you know, flippiness, you're going to feel like it flips more. In the name of, like, in the idea of shaft lean, you want to have no shaft lean, straight up and down. And then we already talked about accelerating through the ball. The only thing that accelerates is the club head, and it does it because we stop the grip, not because we're doing anything, any Golf Digest 1985. Here's the release, because this is what we see on camera. But meanwhile, every long drive guy breaks the shaft in two spots, either in the follow through, it bounces off their back, or down here where they try to stop the grip to get their speed. Snap.
That's interesting.